League, so they're different without him, but they have a lot of really good centers, really good young centers. Okafor and Noel, have been filling in and doing a great job. Both in excelling in the ways that they excel. Nerlens with his defense and shot blocking and steals and length and the lob threat that he carries. And Okafor in a low post. He's a beast down there, and those guys can both play. So this team is very capable.
Frank, if you don't have Aaron for a while, we've talked about how he's one of your better defenders. How do you pick up the slack on that end of the floor?
Yeah, we everybody got to come together and next man up mentality. Whoever gets his minutes, you got to come in and draw those assignments and do it by committee.
Where's that with Aaron at this point?
He's day to day. He's out tonight. It's just going to be reevaluated each day.
What type of injury was it?
It's just a bone bruise. Nothing more than that.
With how Evan was day to day with that heel issue, you kind of take what you learned from that, maybe just making sure that he's closer to 100%.
No. I think this is a different injury, I'm hopeful, and we're not expecting it to last as long as that did.
I know you can't win 5 games at once. You said that. It's one game at a time. So what's the most important couple of areas for your team to work on tonight?
Well, just focus on the task at hand. Do the things that are necessary to beat Philadelphia game plan wise. And I'm really trying to just continuing to pound the rock of getting our defense right and where it needs to be. Our rim protection hasn't been good enough, and not just by our centers, but by our low man rotation and the pride it takes to protect our paint, to protect our basket. It just hasn't been good enough. It's got to start there, and then we spray out from there.
Frank, you said that, Philly out of nowhere won 10 out of 13. Miami had a bad record. They won 12 in a row. It can be done, right? You can flip this thing around in the middle of the season.
That's what we're preaching right now, and it absolutely can be done. I had a team in Indiana a couple years ago when Paul George was out that we were 4 or 5 games out of the playoffs, the entire year, and I think we won 9 out of our last 10 or 8 out of our last 10, and got ourselves earned a tie with the 8th seed. We ended up not making it because of the tiebreaker, but we're going to stay in this fight, and there's still a lot of basketball to be played, and we're taking one game at a time and try to get back in this thing.
How does that change your rotation without Aaron? With a guy who could play a couple positions, could guard multiple people. How does that change?
We have a lot of ways we can go, and we'll exhaust all of them. Mario will see some time at the 3. Jeff will see some time at the 3. We could play 2 point guards together and slide Evan over to the 3 at times. A lot of it will be based on matchups and the feel of the game.
So is that correct that Jeff is back, that he's or at least will be available to play tonight?
Yeah, he'll be available tonight. Yeah.
You mentioned the rim protection. Has the perimeter defense been better? Is it still inconsistent? What do you want to see out of the perimeter defense?
Let's just say not good enough. Okay, not good enough. We got to get better in that area too, and that's where it starts in terms of protecting the rim and protecting our paint is containing your own man on the perimeter. And we got a lot of positions that haven't been good enough.
I know it's still a few days to go, but have you guys at this point with the type of injury Aaron has, have you talked to him at all about All-Star Weekend and slam dunk?
Smart. If it's something that where that would be a negative to our our ability to win games, then he wouldn't do it. But I don't think that's going to be the case. We don't feel it's that serious of an injury, and I don't think it's going to impact anything.